try this out. What have we got here? Oh, just a little notification. You know, Tia's always doing this walking and talking. So I figured, I'd try it. I don't, I don't know how she does this, but it's like, oh, she sits there and walks around in a circle like this, she's not walking around in a circle, but you know what I mean. I'm walking around in a circle. I figured I'd just come out here and walk in the driveway. Figured it's probably safer that way instead of going somewhere. But I figured a little walking might do me a little good. Not like I walk when I'm working all the time. But then every once in a while, Eldon, that's not the same thing, You're working and you're used to doing that all the time. And I go, yeah, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe I am. But I come out here and get a little walking done here. You're probably like, well, man, yeah, but do you have to get all dressed up to do the walking? No, I don't have to get all dressed up to do the walking. But I will stop for a moment and tell you what's going on. I got dressed up because, let me switch hands here. Oh, now I'm in the way of the camera. I got dressed up because what I was doing was working on the Christmas concert. That's what I was doing. See, tomorrow, Monday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, there will be a Christmas concert of me playing the trumpet. All right? And it'll be a premiere, so I'll watch it with you guys and I'll comment. That way I can sit there and, and I can talk with you guys as you come in here. Come in to listen to the concert. And then there will be a concert on Wednesday night. All right? The concert on Wednesday night will be me singing and playing the guitar just like you always do, but you're going to see me having a lot of fun because I'm going to be, like I said, with Tia. Tia is going to be at the Grand Ole Opry on Christmas night. Saturday, Christmas night. Tia Goins is doing the Christmas concert. Yeah. Well, she's one of a few that are doing the Christmas concert, okay? And I said I would be listening to it on WSM with bells on before I have to go to work. That's right. Because I have to go to work that night myself. I know the crew was like, what? We have to work on Christmas? I go, yes, we have to work on Christmas. But you know what? It's not the first time I've had to work on Christmas. Someone said, you ought to be thankful that we're there at 8 o'clock at night, not 4 o'clock in the afternoon, like I had to when I first started years ago. I told him, I said, 8 o'clock at night, I know we don't want to leave our families to go work at 8 o'clock at night, but you know what? We have to do it this year because it falls on Saturday. Just told him, I said, next year we'll be off. So just think about it. Next year it'll fall on Sunday. I'll be able to work the schedule out, providing I'm there, and we'll all be off for Christmas. So, but anyways, I wanted to mostly let you guys know about my 2 concerts this week. All right? The trumpet concert tomorrow night on Monday night, 6 o'clock. And then on Wednesday at 6 o'clock will be the other concert of me singing and playing. All right? Well, it looks like only one person came in here. But, it's so funny. I sit there and it's like, Tia goes live and there's like, I don't know, what, 20, 40, 50 people, 60, 100. I go live and 0. I have 1,000 subscribers, over 1,000 subscribers. You would think that at least a couple hundred of them, oh, the dogs are out in the yard. Dang it, now I gotta get the dogs. You would think a couple hundred of them would at least be, see the notification. Eldon Smith went live. Because this isn't Memorex right now. But no. One person chimed in, came in for one moment. And I don't even know. Did they comment? I don't even know if I can read one here. zero, a big goose egg. I've been on top of all of that, okay? I have been doing the Bible study on Facebook. Tia Goins is the administrator, but there are 258 people on that are doing the Bible study. We did Proverbs in November. Then she retitled it after we were done and called it Proverbs in a Month. Okay? Then people wanted to continue going on, and we're coming up with different ideas of what to do. And she says, okay, well, how about we do the Gospel of Luke? One chapter a day, choose one verse that speaks to you, and talk about what it is the Lord spoke to you in that verse. Well, you know what? You're reading each chapter of Luke, and there's a lot going on there. You can't just pick one verse. I chose one verse yesterday. One verse yesterday was a big picture. Spoke to me about something. And then I said, well, but then it's like, sometimes it's like this whole thing opens up and I just start sharing about everything that's going on in my life or has gone on in my life. And it's like the Lord's just speaking to me at that point about everything that's happening. I probably look like a Baptist minister right now with my black coat on, black shirt, and my bolo tie. It's okay. I got my blue jeans on, though. That's right. I got my blue jeans on. So, um, anyhow, it's been a blessing. It has. To do this Bible study. Because I'll tell you, it's, in the last year and a half, I haven't been involved in a Bible study to speak of. And it's just been nice knowing that I'm going to have to read a chapter each day so that I can jump into the conversation. So that's being talked about. Now, like I said, there's 258 people in the group. And out of the group, I think maybe, except for Tia, there's probably 4 or 5 of us that probably have something to share, what the Lord shared with them. 4 or 5 people on a daily basis out of 258 people. Now, obviously, those other 253 people are being fed. I get that. But it's like, sometimes I'd like to know, well, what's the Lord saying to them? Because maybe whatever it is the Lord's saying to them might share it with us, and we might, it's like when they're sharing something and I read what their comments and see what they said, I'm like, oh yeah, let me re-examine that, because it's like, hey, the Lord's not just speaking to me, he's speaking to all my brothers and sisters within the group, right? Where was I going with that? Oh, I know where I was going with that. The zero, the goose egg. Today's chapter, I haven't even done it yet because we usually wait for Tia to do her part and then we comment on hers because she's the administrator. Chapter 19, Zacchaeus. I'm going to get ahead of myself here. I was going to share this in the group, but I'm going to share it with you guys. I don't know if you guys people remember when you guys were young, and you'd sit there and you play sports, and you like to play sports, but you're not exactly the best of the group. And it's like, you sit there and somebody or captains for each team that's going to be playing, and they choose teams. How many of us were the last 2? I can tell you a lot of times I was. How many times were we the last 2? Or how many times were you the team captains choosing? Or how many times, because I've been a team captain before, after I got older. And who did I choose? Sometimes I chose the biggest guys, especially when we're playing football. I chose fast guys too, but I chose some big guys on the team because I wanted them on that offensive line or that defensive line. Yes. But and I hoped and pray that when I got a chance to do this myself, that I didn't choose who I thought was the weakest person last. And if I did, shame on me. Because it always seemed like that's what it came down to when we were younger, when we were kids. People would choose the ones they didn't think were very good at the sport: kickball, basketball, baseball, flag football, whatever. Two-hand touch, you name it. Maybe that's why I loved music so much. But the story about Zacchaeus, it talks about Zacchaeus being small. He couldn't get a glimpse of Jesus when he was coming into town. Couldn't get a glimpse of everybody because he was little. But Jesus saw him up in that sycamore tree and said, Zacchaeus, come down because I'm going to your house tonight. How awesome do you think that was? Huh? How awesome do you think that was for him to be up in the tree? And he's like, me? You're coming to my house? Zacchaeus was probably taken back. He's probably like, Lord, I'm a tax collector. Why would you come to my house? But what happened? Jesus went to his house. Zacchaeus opened up his heart. The Lord said, salvation has come to this house. I know a lot of people look at it and say, oh, it was monetary, blah, 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 and everything. But you know what? No. Zacchaeus had a change of heart. Obviously. He was touched by the fact that Jesus chose him to have dinner with. The little guy. The one who was probably chosen last every time it came to playing neighborhood games. Praise God. Praise God that he chooses the little man first. This is not where I was going with this video. This was not where I was going. Nope. Now I know why Tia walks. She walks because it clears her head and she can think while she's walking. Of course, she walks at a more brisk pace than I'm walking right now. I'm just kind of strolling along. So funny. But again, here I am with 0. And how long we been on here? For 13 minutes. But if you guys come along and see this later on, just remember, concert Monday night at 6 o'clock. It's called A Merry Trumpet Christmas. My wife, I told her I'm sitting there, and she goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm trying to think of a title for this video. She goes, what title? I said, what video? I said, well, everybody always has these catchy titles, and it's like, sit there and, I hate to say it's clickbait, but it seems like it's clickbait. And then she, of all people, says, well, why don't you call it a very, I don't even know if I should say it right now. I said, very trumpet Christmas. The trumpet's a horn. She says, why don't you call it a very Christmas? I said, no. I am not going to do that because the YouTube community would probably say, hey, shut that thing down. And then people would say, what does this have to do with that? And then Wednesday night at 6 o'clock, again, as soon as I get done editing the video, Christmas video I just worked on, of me singing and playing, And you guys feel free to sing along because it's going to be fun. There's going to be some bells in there. It's going to be the guitar, the git fiddle, me singing live with the orange amplified. It's going to be a blast. All right? Hey, I had fun doing it. You know I have fun doing it. I always have fun doing it. You know, I'm having fun doing this right now. You know, it's a beautiful day today. I should be sleeping is where I should be. That's what happens when I work graveyard. I'm supposed to be sleeping at this time. My wife even asked me, she goes, have you been to bed yet? I go, no, I haven't been to bed yet. I haven't. I wanted to get this Christmas concert done because I've been laxed so much. I've just been busy. This is like the first moment I had, but then I'm supposed to be doing something else, obviously. Because I got to go to work tonight. And then she says, why don't you do it Monday night? And I go, nah, I don't want to do it Monday night. Because Monday night, it'd probably be like, I don't know. And then the weather is supposed to be happening. It's funny, I say that. The weather's supposed to be happening. I just got an alert that there's a frost advisory for tonight. You know what, let's walk down this way. A frost advisory tonight, throughout the night. So who knows? You know, I figured, well, I'll do the Christmas concert today while I'm fresh, and then I'll come home tomorrow and I'll probably sleep. Plus, I got to make a phone call, find out about the truck, see if I can get somebody to work on it. You know, you think things suck, you know. They just do when things happen. Obviously, they're out of your control. But it's like, and then when you do them, and you do take care of it, and you're like, you know, the engine blew. Okay, we replaced the engine. Then a month later, of all things, you get a blown spark plug. I have never had a blown spark plug before in my life that I could ever remember. I've never had a blowout spark plug. If you guys don't know what that is, well, this year Ford, obviously, I guess they thought four threads was enough in an aluminum head. Obviously, it's not. But spark plug blowout is when the pressure behind it blows, and when it blows, it takes the threads with it. So now you got two choices. Either you tap it and put an insert in there, or you replace the whole engine again. And at the moment, I'm not ready to replace the whole engine again. My wife's not ready to replace it again. So it's just the idea of getting somebody to do it, short of me doing it myself. But then the insurance on the motor is obviously, you guys know how that works. But these are just things that go on. You know, life happens while you're busy making plans. I was just talking about it a couple weeks back, So, I mostly came on here to tell you guys about the concert. I've been talking about everything else but under the sun. The concert. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. You'll get a notification for it 30 minutes before it comes on. And I will watch it with you guys. Okay? Wednesday night. The other concert will be a premiere again. Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Of course, some of you might be watching the Grand Ole Opry or listening to the Grand Ole Opry at that time. By all means, listen to the Grand Ole Opry. Because my concert will be up for you to watch later. Okay? All right. Well, I guess I should get off of here. I'm just rambling on, obviously. So, and there's nobody to talk to here. I've been on for 20 minutes and still a big fat zero. Zacchaeus, you come down, the Lord said. So I'm going to go in, sit here talking to my... now I got to go find out what the dogs are doing. And I think my dog just jumped the fence. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Bye bye.